All right, so let's begin. Focus tools as we all know it. The session today will primarily focus on the read-only tools. Okay? You all know that Focus Client is the read and write application which allows colleagues in field operations to enter data into the system. Okay? Whereas there are other tools which only provide read access to planning information. You cannot use these tools to enter information into the system. Okay? Focus Client is primarily used by program staff. Okay? There are several steps before someone can enter data in Focus Client. You need to be on the budgetary control plan of an operation. You would find reference to that as the BCP. It's a document for every operation, every ABC. Every area of budgetary control has a BCP which lists persons who can access Focus Client. Okay? If you're not on the BCP, you cannot access this tool. Furthermore, there's the token system, which is a system that prevents colleagues to override each other's work. It's an access control within Focus Client. You need to hold certain tokens to access certain parts of the plan. When it comes to Focus Reader GFI, you don't have these access, you don't have any access control. Anyone in UNHCR can access these tools if you have a UNHCR email address. The Global Focus website is actually accessible to everyone. It's a public website primarily designed for external stakeholders, donors, most importantly, governments, or anyone who wants to have information about UNHCR's activity, UNHCR's funding, primarily who are our donors, where we spend our money, how much money do we need for every given year or for a specific situation. Okay? So let's focus on these tools because the external website is a very useful website, a useful database, but has a limited set of information. Only what is available externally is seen here, whereas in Focus Reader and GFI, you have everything. Every level of information is available from every operation, from everywhere where UNHCR is present, every planning year, etc. So this is GFI. You can access GFI by going to gfi.unhcr.org. Recently, GFI has been migrated into the single sign-on system, which means that you don't need to sign in to GFI anymore. You just open your desktop from your office and type gfi.unhcr.org and you're in. Or if you're outside a UNHCR network, you need to visit the same site and enter your credentials that you would use for opening your desktop in your office or accessing your Outlook account. Okay? So you can open GFI on the machine you're using. GFI is a sophisticated tool which has a lot of features. It can view multiple operations at the same time, or you can only view one operation. At a time. And also you have, to some extent, information on UNHCR's expenditures as well. Okay? Now on the first screen you see some key information, okay? On the top right of the landing page, you have information on when this data was refreshed. This is important. GFI, Global Focus Insight, is synchronized with the Focus database once a day. That normally happens in the afternoon Geneva time. There is one synchronization every day. So the information that you see here today is from yesterday, okay? Whatever changes made in the past 24 hours will be updated today, 23rd of May, sometimes in the afternoon, okay? So whatever you see is maximum 1 day old, depending on when you're accessing the tool, yeah? Now, if you take a look at the expenditure information, expenditure data as of April 2018 closure. This means that the expenditure data pulled into GFI only applies to closed periods, financially speaking, okay? Without going into details, you should be aware that UNHCR closes its accounts once every month. That happens in the middle of each month. So in the middle of May, we closed April, okay? That's the fourth period in the year because that's the fourth month in the year. So right now in GFI, we see expenditure information until the end of April, okay? This will change in the middle of June when we will close May. So we will see expenditure information until the end of May in about a month time. So for this reason, GFI, when talking about expenditures, should be sort of used keeping in mind that this is not always up-to-date information. This is not an expenditure tracking tool, okay? You will not see detail level information on expenditures. You will not see requisitions, purchase orders, and these kind of things. You will only see the consolidated closed accounts here. So I do not advise you to use this tool as an expenditure tracking tool. You can use GFI, for example, to look at the consolidated expenditure of last year. That's fine, okay? But looking at expenditure within the year, there's so much change still taking place. The figures are not final, so don't use it for that purpose. So in the first screen already, you see some very useful information. You see global figures right away on the screen. Key budget and operational data. This is very useful to get a sense of the global magnitude of UNHCR's activities, okay? You see our OP, our OL, recorded expenditures and recorded income as well. So these are all financial related information. And you see some figures related to operations, number of offices, our staff, persons of concern globally. So this is really a useful place to, if you need to brief someone outside of UNHCR of our global activity, this is the best place to go to, okay? Now, GFI has basically two things, I should say. It has so-called dashboards, which provide a quick access to information based on different filtering, different search options, you can look at regional level information or focus on a specific PPG, whatever. Those are found under dashboards. There are more dashboards, a lot of dashboards. So if you hover your mouse over the dashboard tab, you see the different categories of dashboards, okay? All of them are here. And you also have a lot of reports which you can use to extract different kind of data, raw data, or you can also extract nice reports which come in a pre-formatted layout, giving you already an analyzed set of data. Okay, if you scroll over reports, you see a lot of stuff here as well.